while carrying Alaksha, you feel your feet begin to harden in place. You look down and see stone legs, as you can want to move. Nosalyn, you keep walking and step through the other side of the building.
Oh, okay.
Hangings, as far as you know, are behind you, and the rift before you. Thane just drops to the ground and sobs. Everyone make your int or wisdom saves.
Gross. 9. I don't like that roll. Can I do it again?
I'm sorry, I took your guys' numbers. I got a natural 20.
There it is.
I see, there it is. I'm glad it's doing some good.
We have this weird equilibrium. Just going through the space-time continuum.
Ew, I don't know. I rolled a 5 in total, so that's nasty.
There is an effect. There are 2 effects.
No.
Alright, so Nosalyn, we'll start with you. You rolled a 5, so you look down and see that your right shoulder has petrified.
Gosh darn it. Okay, fine.
And what you do is you walk forward through the rift, thinking that everyone's behind you.
Okay.
And you come back to your post.
Oh, and I'm overjoyed.
Behind you, the rift closes neatly, and all is well.
Okay, go.
Until in front of you, across the horizon, hundreds of rifts open, and the blackness of this realm pours into the city of Yanacha.
No! What? Hold up. Ew.
Sorry.
Okay.
The car was...
Let the viewers at home count how many times I said ew this session. Nasty. Alright.
Oh my gosh, I love it. This is great.
Alright, pause. Pause for a second.
Alright.
Pause for 1 second, because the camera... So just gotta wait for Serenity to come back.
Alright, we'll just so Michael, what did you roll?
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, okay. You were shaken with this intense reality that, like, in here, you feel like their gods have no place here. And then you look and you can see the reality is different than what you thought it was. You have your ore is in your hand. You hold it, you touch it, it's there. Your fin, for some reason, is stopping on the ground. Nosalyn keeps marching forward, and Sonam is holding still.
I would go to Finn.
Okay, hold your thought. And what did Sonam get?
I don't remember. We'll have to wait a bit.
I had... It wasn't great.
It was pretty low, right?
Yeah, it was pretty low. It was a 9,
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah,
Right?
that sounds right.
Yeah.
I remember I stole all of your guys' good rolls with my natural 20.
It's like a 9 or something. Whatever it was, I did not get very good.
You... Basically what happens is you look down and the petrification just keeps going up your body. Make another round. So back to Velyarn. You go to Finn. What do you do?
I try to grab his face, and I try to look at him and be like, Finn, what's wrong? Come on, we have to keep moving.
You can make a charisma check.
Can you be persuasion? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a 12.
Okay, so Finn is just absolutely distraught, and you hear him talking about how he's just like, oh, my knowledge is useless here, I'm just useless here, and you get the sense that you need to keep talking to him to get him to kind of snap out of it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep holding his face and keep looking straight into his eyes and be like, no, we wouldn't be this far without you. I wouldn't be this far without you. is to keep pushing forward. We're so close. Almost home. And when we get home, we leave this all behind. We leave the city behind. It'll just be you and me.
Okay, you make another persuasion, and then the other two make another round of intelligence and wisdom saves.
Even lower. Gosh, my dice are just so terrible. So terrifying. It's an 8.
Okay, what'd you guys get?
I rolled a nat 1, so that's a collective 3. I'm under the impression that as she starts to turn to stone, because she's been carrying Alaksha so that his active arm is still around her, and she's able to like support him, and they sort of like three-legged walk. And she's able to hold him, but as she starts to like see herself turning to stone, she doesn't quite know what to do. She can't move, but the enormity of fear that she had saved him only so that she could doom him to be there with her stone husk and just mourn her until he starved or succumbed to like his injuries just feels awful to her. And she just in her mind's eye, she looks to him and just sort of like her fins just sort of lower, and she just croons, "Sorry."
He says, "At least it's with you." And
Oh, she noses his cheek and she just says, "Home."
always.
No, she calls him home.
Yeah. Alright, what did Nosalyn get?
Nosalyn rolled a 16.
Okay.
Oh, there's where our numbers went.
It's okay, because you're home. And look, there's even more rifts for you to get caught.
So,
Oh boy, my favorite. That's what I wanted.
Nosalyn,
Joy.
you're not, like, you pull out your glaive, and then you you stab at this blackness coming through, and
Okay, hold on. Let's pause. Help me visualize this. So, there are many rifts now around me, yeah?
yes,
And all of them are leaking?
yeah, like it's like
Okay.
viscous ooze, and these dark creatures like the ones you fought are coming out.
Oh, okay.
You take out your glaive and you start just stabbing one in the eye, and then you realize your friends are not behind you, which is weird.
She's gonna start shouting out their names. You know, she's gonna be like, Velyarn! She's like, hold up. Sonam! Finn, come on! Just, while she's stabbing people.
And as you're stabbing, you see, it's almost like seeing a glitch, as reality kind of like, and your vision, and the vision of Yannisha fades away, and you're just on the outside of the obelisk. And you turn and look around and see Finn on the ground sobbing, Velyarn trying to help him, and Sonam not moving.
Can I do something?
Yes.
Alright, I am going to, seeing as he's just like this mess and is like not even responding at all.
Yeah. Emotional shutdown.
I am going to pluck the sharp tooth earring, which is my focus, put it against my forehead, and like close my eyes and be like, "Come on, Lockheed, we need your will right now." And I'm going to cast Calm Motion on him, and I can cast it on multiple people, so I'll try to soothe as many people, everybody around.
Okay.
Soothe the party.
Woo!
Yeah.
And is there a save, or does that just happen?
There's a save, but people can willingly fail against it. They're like, if they're like allies.
Okay.
Yeah.
It takes a minute to have your magic like set in. It seems like there's something besides Finn that wants to keep him in this state. Like this area is oppressive, and Finn, you keep just soothing him until you get his breathing down, and he looks at you and he says, "Just you and me."
Just you and me.
Yeah. And then he grabs your face and gives you, in his moment of passion, kisses you. And you two embrace, and
and I help pick him up, have him, my arm around his shoulder.
And then left is Sonam, and you feel just very peaceful about turning to stone. This is fine.
Some good vibes. Is the Laksha like aware of what's happening with me, or is he just seeing me freeze? I'm like, "Ayo."
Yeah,
Boy.
no, he's like you. While you're calm, you do hear Alaksha being like, "Why aren't you going?" Hey. No, why are we going? So wisdom save with advantage because all of things are jarring against the.
So 16 plus 2, that's an 18, and then that one, that's a 1. I get the advantage. That'll be an 18, please. I don't want the 1 anymore. I got that 1 last time.
18. So you focus on. With your emotions calmed, you're able to like just still the drone in your head, and then you hear Alaksha say, "Sonam," and you kind of blink, and everyone's looking at you. You're not petrified. You still have Alaksha kind of just strapped to you, and you guys managed to just leave the obelisk.
She's relieved. And she just says, "Thank you." And she just keeps on moseying forward.
And then you guys come outside. The rift is just in front of you. You see it not too far off. And as you're slowly walking to it, tired, it's like a puzzle snapping into place. As your mind finally adjusts to this dark, terrible place, you see all the eldritch horrors of this realm that your mortal eyes dared not to comprehend until now. Beings of form so terrible and great, words fail to describe, only that their mere visage fills you with the utmost dread and makes your mind scream for release. Blackness, the terrible, awful blackness, threatens to consume you, body and soul, when a light pierces the blackness. A being, clothed in splendid glory, strikes the creatures of darkness, and you look around and see a battle beyond your comprehension. A battle beyond your comprehension embarks as both of your mind that had previously sensed all of this, and now your physical body now feels the impacts that echo in the realm, realizing you are but krill on the sweeping current of this massive alien event.
Ow. Yeah.
You turn and look towards the rift. It's time to go.
I kind of instinctually like take my shark tooth necklace, tap it against you, and cast Cure Wounds. As I see all this terrible stuff.
The last few steps. You run towards the rift. The glorious being looks at you, though not of any particular form. You could feel its gaze on you. And just as an eldritch beast of unfathomable existence comes barreling towards you, you feel a surge of strength fill you as you run towards the exit. So, Sonam, you have to make a strength check to keep Alexa with you as you both run for the lift, for the ramp. Velyarn, Finn's having trouble keeping up, so you need to do something.
Okay.
We all need to hold hands.
Everyone hold hands.
And Nosalyn, you feel your mind connecting to this glorious being as you basically feel and receive these instructions that you know what you must do. Okay, let's roll.
Dirty 20.
I am.
Roll, ladies. She's determined.
I am going to. Continue what I have been doing. Just talking to him. Be like, we're so close. We can do this. We can build the life that we want. Be it our will, Lockheed's will, and I am going to cast guidance on myself. Yes, I do have 13.
Okay, Sonam, you vault ahead with Alexa on, and then just empowered by this will to just get the heck out of Dodge, you run through the rift like just a straight arrow, and Velyarn, you and Finn begin to run. Nosalyn behind you, taking up the rear, and Velyarn, you manage to get through. Finn is caught on something. Nosalyn, you can assist Finn to get out.
Alright, I do, for sure.
Alright, so with that, Finn, you basically take Finn and just hurl him through the lift.
Good.
And then,
There you go.
in your final moments,
Watch your head.
you guys turn and see Nosalyn as she takes both of her hands, and you see her empowered through this white light.
Alright, so, cool, shiny dude, who Nosalyn is very glad for the help with. So I suppose at the moment when their minds were like connecting in that moment, Nosalyn was remembering just the kind of like the absolute like agony that she was feeling, like when she first with the Kenneth and stared into the rift and saw like the immensity and how small she was in the world. That feeling has always just kind of hung with her for a little while, which is why she's been so like doggedly trying to protect the rift in this case to make sure nothing else really goes wrong with it. And then throughout this adventure, several times she's been like lost to the madness and lost to other things, and it's just been like it's been hurting her pride like a ton. But you know how she is; she's not going to talk about it because she has her pride. And so being there and seeing all the fathomless things that is just so hard for her brain to hold on to, and then having that connection with that little bit of light, it's kind of like having like that little moment of clarity where it's like there is something that can be done. And she sees like, you know, the two that are just like huddled over each other, you know, trying to save each other, and there's really just a bunch of life there. Kenneth is also having a life out there, and he's been affected by this too. And then Nosalyn's whole life has been protecting this rift and making sure nothing happens and goes wrong. And so now it's like connected to something where it's more like she's able to actually do something about it, not just kind of wonder what the heck is going on, but kind of just be a part of what's going on now. And so that's how she accepts the guidance to close the rift on her own with the powers there.
You see her basically take the edges of the rift and close them like curtains.
Yeah, I like turn back and I'm like, Nosalyn, wait, no!
There's this ripple and silence as the rift is gone, but so is Nosalyn.
She's gone.
Not bad, man.
And that's the end.
Where are all four of us together now, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're still petrified. but you're alive and you're out of the rift.
Sonam looks at Velyarn and then looks back at the rift. God. Looks worried.
I don't know anything about Nosalyn. She's strong. So she'll make us through. She'll protect others and make sure they don't suffer this same fate.
Well, that's the end, guys.
Hey.
Okay.
What did you guys talk about? What we liked?
Oh my gosh. Who's gonna start? Are we just gonna go? I'll go because I want to.
Okay, go.
Oh my gosh. So first, praises to the GM because the atmosphere was on point.
Yay.
Everything was spoopy. Everything was weird. Everything was unnerving. It's what I wanted and expected from a horror campaign. Not so much like spooks and scares around every corner. Is just the whole atmosphere. The whole
That's
kind of uneasiness of the whole thing.
There wasn't a single jump scare.
Sick and wrong, but in a good way.
And everybody had great moments. I love Nosalyn just kind of drilling down Alaksha, for like information. It's like, hey, we did it. It's like, you need to give me information now. And
we need some clues, son.
And that finale of just you closing the rift. So, and like also like the moment where you make it to the rift, but there's more rifts. And I love the
Get out of here.
the little moment of peace with Sonam, like just like, you know what, I'm turning to stone, but I'm turning to stone with you. It's fine.
Romance.
It's really cute.
Yeah.
Okay, who wants to go next? Okay, Kristen.
Go.
I like
Okay.
Go.
Yay. Well, first I just want to start off that a big reason why Nosalyn sacrificed herself is because she didn't have a significant other. Everyone else did, so obviously she's like, alright, I'll do this.
Oh no!
I'm just kidding. Y'all ended up with like people to kiss. I'm like, alright, I guess I'm just gonna... She's married to her job. She's not a multi-bit, you know?
Yeah.
The truest of all loves is the dedication you have to your job.
Yes.
You did have a ship. It was your job, and you were so dedicated.
I know, yeah.
Every day you bring home the bacon to your job.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. Anyway,
Mwah, mwah,
yeah,
mwah.
so of the moments there, I definitely liked the atmosphere of like walking around this awful little place. I'm definitely interested to hear where these goop bone monsters came from. Obviously, just some cranky stuff going on there, you know? Not cranky, I mean like creepy stuff. Anyway, so that was cool. I like that sort of adventure thing. And then I agree with that moment of peace with Sonam and
Alaksha.
Yeah. That name. You need easier names, okay? But Sonam and Alaksha, that little moment of just kind of peace after being apart the whole time. It's like, oh, that's good. That's what this is for. Human element.
Okay, so yeah.
Hello. I love the atmosphere. Everything that is wrong is just so right. I'm just like, excellent. Arms bent in the wrong way. Oh, excellent. Just an eyeball. So lovely. Oh, it's wrong. The faces. I love how gross this is. I'm turning to stone. A warrior's death, I see. Let's give her some sweetness so she can say goodbye to sugar. And I'm just like, so I love that. Love that. Love it in all the ways we should hate it, but I love it.
Yep.
An unfathomable horrors. I love it. Snaps all around.
My mouth is just agape the entire time. I was like, what the heck? This is my wife, right? This is my wife that likes anime and Sailor Moon, right?
The love of my life is my job, I'll have you know. And I love that, Velyarn, like I may have been, murder machine last time, but Velyarn, despite, all of the around the insane aura around that thing. Like, you wiped them all out. They're all gone. Goodbye. like all the problems, and then like the last one ran away. That was smoothly. But like, I love the equilibrium between like how Finn is trying to like snap everyone out of it, and I think that he went specifically to Nosalyn first because like, I don't want to hit her. Could you do that? Thanks. It's like, I've already tried to shake her out of it once. I only got one slap in me for an entire adventure. I'm not going to slap her again. Please, can you do that? Yeah, thank you.
It's good that he knows himself, his limits. It's good.
one says it, and of course, the hero. Nosalyn. I love that. Love that so much.
Such a perfect ending. Oh my god.
Yeah, I was like, this is a horror campaign, and like to have endings be like satisfying in horror campaigns, they need to like kind of be bittersweet. And so, like, I mean, it didn't make sense for like Nosalyn to just like have happily ever after, because then she'd just like wander and like not have a point, because she like her job would be done.
You gave her glorious purpose.
I gave her glorious purpose. I mean, I like messaged Christian today. Was like, what if Nosalyn like sacrificed herself to close the rift? And she's like, yes.
My direct quote was "Hell yeah!" So that's a good way to get out of there. Let's do this.
Like it's tantamount to like the moment of oh god. I don't know if you guys have seen. There's a scene, and I'm not gonna give you guys context for the show just in case I do spoilers. Where there's this amazing illusion that's happening, and like you know that this wizard of like massive like proportional like power, like the camera gets close and the tears in his eyes, like glorious purpose, and it's so amazing. And I'm like, I love him, and I'm like, excellent. We have Batman to thank for that. I mean, Nosalyn to thank for that.
Yep.
So, yeah. I know what you mean.
Also, I love that I got Alaksha back.
you got your boys.
Yeah, but like because like we touched on a few things in the beginning, and I was like, we need to come back to them. So
because I was sitting there, I'm like, if I gotta say goodbye to him, I'm like, oh, that's gonna be sad. But you know what? Shit.
I mean, if there's enough sadness in my horror campaign, it's fine.
That's what you need.
So, I mean, you could have lost him on the way out, but you rolled like a dirty 20, and so I'm like, yeah,
dirty 20.
Rolled out.
I saw this like, oh, dirty 20, thank you. It's the strength thing. It's the +7 that really got me there.
It's the power of love.
Yes, got to believe. Yep. But yes, my vote does go to Nosalyn for the.
Yeah, that's great. Can we get inspiration to the DM?
Inspiration. Yeah.
There's a lot of just really nice, like.
So to praise you guys, I really liked your RP for closing the curtain, and I liked Velyarn pulling Finn up and out, and I really liked the initial reaction of. I liked the moment of Alaksha and Sonam after they like first reunited.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It's like,
as for myself, I am particularly proud of the monstrosity of like taking people, turning them into stone, and then having them like be alive and part of the city while they're stone, because that's a fate worse than death.
Yeah.
And then
it's nasty. I love it.
So like the like weird little like fresh flesh like cog guys are Modrons, because I think those things are terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
For who, where, what?
It's a D&D.
It's a D&D.
Oh.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
They're like weird, like mechanical. They're like I almost don't want to describe what they are like in D&D lore because they're kind of goofy, but in this game they're like absolutely horrifying.
Yeah, like they're kind of goofy and weird, and I think that's what they're supposed to be. But I just think they're terrifying and awful, and I just all the wrong.
I just looked up a picture of them, and they look ugly. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think they're these. I'm just like. When my brain thinks too much about them, I'm like, I get really uncomfortable. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make them uncomfortable here too.
Good.
Yeah.
If you use context, like you can turn any goofy thing into something terrifying. Like the troglodytes in the Bard campaign, I was like, these are nothing. These are nothing. But we've built so much tension around it. But nah, this is good. It's really good. Loved that. All these things that were unfolding and they're wrong and like, oh
my gosh, yeah.
Dig it.
So many fingers and walls and there's so much goo.
Yeah, I looked at
someone get a janitor in here.
I looked at this like he's like this it's like a Swiss artist who does crazy stuff. What's his name?
By the way, did you see what I put in general? I misspelled Sonam's name, I think. Just a little picture. Oh, it's so small. Never mind.
Seems I'm full of rage. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time Sonam would rage, I thought of that little.
Seems I'm full of rage.
Yeah.
She really is, though. It's a big mountain of a lady to be angry at things.
Yeah. Anyway, I just did a lot of research into what makes cosmic horror. So yes, and this is what I came up with. Yay!
Yeah, I love cosmic horror. Thank you. This is great.
Very good. I'm glad. This is also canon.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. So, if you had, okay. So, like over the next span of a couple days, when you're at Yaksha, there's just kind of this like ripple back where the rift was, and then pops the vessel. So the vessel's back in Yaksha, and that's the submarine that the slavers used in episode 2.
Yeah, I figured it was the submarine.
Yeah, I was like, it had to be connected. I knew it was.
Yeah. So, and
I mean, there was a lot of dwarves, so yeah.
Yeah, a lot of dwarves. Good. I'm glad you guys knew that connection. And you guys.
Kiara's very glad she can't swim.
And it's not the first time you've seen her.
She's not here, but she's very happy about that.
Somewhere she just has this random thought. God, it's really nice not to be able to swim. You know what I mean?
Just always stay out of water.
I'm really glad I don't have to go like down all the way down. That's a long down way.
Well,
like,
it's a good thing you don't have to. I mean, there's not really anything down there. Just sharks and aquatic bees and manatees. There's not really anything else that's down there besides aquatic animals.
Those are words that you're saying I don't understand. What, manatee?
Gosh.
Is that like a
they're like cows, but underwater.
So do you guys... Now you can ask the director to peer behind the curtain if you want to know about the any specific instances.
I don't know if I would want to.
Or if you want to like leave a mystery.
Well, what about you explained the little Mordrin-like creatures, the big goop multi-tentacle.
Oh yeah, what is
thing.
that?
Is that an actual thing?
So it's a reskinned gibbering mouther. I just didn't like the way
words I don't know.
Yeah, gibbering mouthers are a D&D like officially made monster.
They're horrifying.
They're really just like this mound of flesh with a bunch of mouths and eyes, and like I wanted to just reskin it to like what I wanted it to look like, so it would have arms and be able to make these Modron things.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah, And
All function, but it looks broken. I love it.
yeah.
Oh, and Tiffany, I hope you put in a little ew counter every time I say ew.
Yeah,
See,
there's
throughout this
lot
session, I've noticed myself saying ew because of all the nastiness you
There's
have.
a
Little
lot of-
angry fish in the corner with like an angry eyebrows, and its like tongue is like a, ew,
The ew count. Ew, ew, ew.
and it's like a little bubble every time you say it.
That'd be fun.
Let's see.
Well, if you can't think of any right now, you can see later. So
Yeah.
that's good.
This was a lot of fun.
Okay, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, guys.
Hello, this is Tiffany, your DM. Thank you so much for listening to Dungeon Damsels. We really appreciate all your support. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That really helps us out. And if you're interested, we also have a Patreon as well as a podcast version of our show. You can find it on Spotify, TuneIn, Podcast, Podbean, and pretty much anywhere where podcasts are. Thank you again so much, and we hope to hear from you soon.